Well, greetings again. This is Dr. Bill White with the American Orthodontic Society, and I want to talk a little bit about extracting odd teeth, I guess you'd want to call it that. And I'm going to call this just the forced extraction of upper centrals. Like if a child or somebody in athletics or something gets his two centrals knocked out, if you take the centrals and clean them off of them, put them back in, they'll actually grow back in place. If you have a loose tooth, or somebody gets a tooth hit in the mouth, the tooth is loose, just practically ready to fall out, don't pull it out at all. Just push it back into place and try to hold it there till you can get to a dentist, and then have this kind of wired in place, and the tooth will grow back. And if it doesn't ever come out, it can still grow and stay in your mouth. But if you take it out, the body seems to just take this as a foreign body, and it'll last for a few years, but very few, and then you'll see little notches eating in the root, and finally the root will just disappear and the teeth will just fall out of the mouth. Now that's kind of what happened in this case, where we got the centrals knocked out and we put them back, and he lost them, and then we tried to pull the laterals over in the place of the centrals and sacrifice something, I think, on the bottom to make it match up and all that fashion. Okay, let me go here. I'll have to get this back on the arrow again. And what we did, we took the two teeth and we had brackets on them, and we ground the teeth down every month or so. Just kept, we ground them down every month, a few weeks, until we got the two teeth so narrow that we just took both of them out and put one in there and then used it. We kept some kind of a gap up there for the young man while we were moving the other teeth together. And you take somebody's slightly class 2 or something of that nature, and you're backing the anterior teeth up as you close this space. So this is just some ideas that I've had on replacing teeth like this. And these are the two centrals that we had. We just finally ground them down to nothing and took them out. So let me go ahead and show. This is the side view of them after they were taken out like that. So here is it. After we removed those teeth, we took the two laterals and moved them together. You see, these are actually lateral teeth right here, and these are cuspids. Now, we make cuspids into laterals, that's no problem. Putting a big enough crown on the lateral is putting a strain on it, and you pull the cuspid over and shape it a little like a hefty lateral, and then you go back on your first bite and shape it a little bit like a cuspid tooth, so you can do it that way. And then you just leave this in a class 2 relationship back here. Let's just come out about even up here where you've got an overjet and an overbite and everything. So this was in 1983 when we did this, and I'm going to, excuse me again, we're going to continue on with this, and there it is in 1983, and we decided to come back and crown these two laterals like centrals. And you take the cuspid, you take a little off of the mesial, the distal, and shorten the cusp, and reduce this level spot in it here, and flatten out the top of it. And you make a cuspid look like a lateral. I can take one and make you swear up down. It's just a big, heavy lateral, but it's a cuspid too, and use it. So this is what we were planning to do in this particular case here. All right. we went ahead and did the lower. We sacrificed teeth on the bottom to take care of the teeth that were missing on the top here at this area. All right. We finished the guy in 1984. Here it is right there, 1984. And that looks pretty good. And the guy went on off to school or something, and he left his retainer out and didn't end up wearing the retainer as much as we would want him to. And the teeth separated on him, and that was because of his fault. Now, it separated, but it looked pretty decent. I could have dressed up those cuspids a little bit better, but he didn't look bad. And now this is 65. Now, so all during 70, and this is 1984. As long as he stayed in there with that, the space stayed together. But when he stopped wearing his retainer, it opened for me. And here he is there. The facial structure looks good. This is 1991, though, and the young man has left his retainer out, and the space opened up, and he's got a gap between his centrals. And if you redid these crowns, I'm sorry about the voice, you'd want to crown the cuspids and the laterals over again and close all this up. You could make him some nice looking crowns and go in there. But this is 91, and we did this in 83, I believe. This is when it's been in there, so it's been in about 18, maybe 17, 18 years. And he got through the teenage deal, but you would have to come back. Now, at this point, you'd have to slide that together and put some big crowns on all those teeth to replace that. So this is the story of losing central teeth, and that's something you can do with it if you want to. If you spread it apart and put a bridge in there, or put implants, you might want to put implants in there nowadays. But anyway, I hope you get some idea about this, and if you decide to do that, it'll give you some idea of what has been done in these cases. And the porcelain wore off the backside of these teeth right here. So, and here we're missing the bicuspids and close that space up. So, hope you picked up something from that, and I appreciate you watching our channel. I hope you'll join it and subscribe to our channel, and hope to see you again. This is a case that rarely would come up, but anyway, that's one thing that you could do, and it's not a terrible thing. So thank you a lot, and I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you again another time.